Welcome back to Muscle in the Morning, brought to you by IronMag Labs. Make your mark. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Thursday, August 3rd, 2017. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. With 48 hours to go before diving into the action at this weekend's IFBB Tampa Pro, it looks like things are about to get real in a hurry for all the competitors in the men's open. Wednesday morning, some new photos surfaced of Aussie big man Josh Lenartowicz, who touched down right here in South Florida a few days ago. Since he landed, Lenartowicz has been holed up with 212 Olympia champ Flex Lewis, adding a few last-minute finishing touches prior to making his season debut. All my inside sources tell me that the photos we're seeing from Lenartowicz don't really do justice to just how good this guy is right now. And I think it's entirely possible we emerge from the weekend with Josh Lenartowicz as your 2017 Tampa Pro champ. Speaking of big men about to make their season debut in Tampa, second-year pro Lukas Wyler looks like he's about ready to make the trip stateside to handle some business in his own right. After keeping his head down throughout the large part of the early season, the former Arnold Amateur champ seems to have really picked up steam as of late. Over the last few weeks, the progress photos we've seen circulating out of the Wyler camp seem to show a much more streamlined and conditioned version of the Swiss big man than we've seen in the past, which might actually wind up being a brilliant strategy if he can manage to pull it off. Very quietly, Wyler had a very solid rookie campaign last year, and getting things started off right now in Tampa seems like a good way to avoid the dreaded sophomore slump. One of the real keys to success in life and bodybuilding is understanding how to take negative feedback and turn it into something positive. And that's exactly what we're seeing from Erik Jones right about now. A few months removed from his rookie debut back at the New York Pro, a bigger, fuller, and harder version of the rising classic physique prospect looks like he's ready to hit the ground running in Tampa. According to Jones, over the last few weeks, he's really been dropping the hammer down to bring in the most complete look from front to back we've ever seen from him yet. Last year, the classic physique lineup down in Tampa turned out to be one of the best we'd seen all season long. But if he comes in at 100%, I still think a rock-steady Erik Jones is certainly capable of battling for a spot somewhere near the top 10. As a product of that 1990s bodybuilding era, I'm probably a little biased in thinking that it's still the high-water mark in the history of the sport. And that's probably why I have some extra love in my heart for the guys who get in the gym and train with that old 1990s attitude. And rookie 212 standout Nicolas Vullioud is definitely one of those guys. Earlier in the week, some new training videos surfaced of an impossibly big version of Vullioud crushing his latest chest workout as he slowly starts to round out phase one of his off-season program. Earlier this year, Vullioud's pro debut was a really hot topic of conversation across all of bodybuilding. But it only takes one look at this kid to see that he's just bursting at the seams with talent. And I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if he comes out next season and really makes a major a la what we saw from Ricardo Correa earlier in the year. We're starting to approach crunch time for all the athletes heading into this year's Classic Physique Olympia. And something tells me that second-year pro Terrance Ruffin is one of those rare athletes who just knows how to thrive under pressure. Updates were slow coming out of the Ruffin camp during the early stages of this year's prep. But the latest news I'm hearing from the 23-year-old All-Star is that all systems are officially a go. Following last year's contest, there was a lot of sentiment from some of the talking heads that Ruffin could have easily placed 3 to 5 spots higher than where he ultimately landed. And if you're a competitor cut from the Terrence Ruffin mold that spent the entire last 12 months using this as motivation, you better believe that this time around he's going to do everything in his power to come out and be the undeniable winner.